I'm about to blow your minds, okay? We're gonna help your jiu-jitsu grip fighting and lapel game with Jeet Kune Do. All right, so let's get into it. Come here, Eli. Okay, so these are a couple drills that are from old school JKD, could even be Wing Chun. I don't really care where they came from, but I learned them from Sifu Ron Blakey, Guru Dan, and Sifu Scott Shields. But they're super fun drills that have helped me be a lapel hunting master to get all my loop chokes. So he's going to be in double tan sao like this. It's not elbows out. He's not what is that, Law and Order, like the lady holding the thing or whatever. It's not like that, or Egyptian. he's holding a pizza pie and he's presenting it to me because I'm very hungry. And instead, I'm going to have double hook sao or double hook sao. So this is called a praying mantis drill, okay? So when he's here like this, I'm hooked like that, okay? Now, when I have this, okay, my objective is not to overwhelm him and just slap him in the face or anything. That comes later. For now, I need to slowly develop his sensitivity to the connection that Master Hickson Gracie always talks about, connection to maintain it, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull his hand down and he's going to open his body up into tan sao. But he doesn't go so far, like I lose connection, and he doesn't move not at all to where nothing happened. I move it here, and he rotates his body, his center line, and then he comes right back. If I go to the other side, he'll show his back to the camera and come like that. Very good. So I go one, I go one. Okay, I don't want to confuse them. I'm not trying to do two at a time quite yet. You got to get the next part. One, and then one. I'll do it real quick. So yep, you're there. One, and then one. One, and then one, okay? So now we'll go back. The next one is bong sao. Bong sao is wing hand, where you're trying to like screw in a light bulb very violently or turn a key. Your elbow flares, so it creates like a wing like that. It's not elbow up, because you're gonna hurt yourself. Your shoulder's gonna be really tight. I actually hurt my back here. I was doing Chi Sao with Sifu Ron, and I'm like this. And then I was like, I actually got such a knot underneath my shoulder blade that it killed the tricep on the side. I was holding a 2.5 pound weight here. I couldn't lift it. Like it just wouldn't fire. So I had to go to like a sports massage guy, and long story short, I can hold 2.5 pounds now. Okay. So when I'm here, the next one is bong sao. So when I pull this down, he's gonna screw in the light bulb. No, that's on sao. So bong sao, he's here just like that. My objective is to wave at him. Okay, I need to keep the connection because again, my objective, don't do anything, is to punch him. So if he's here and he does that, he doesn't get punched. Or if he was wearing his gi top, that's me grabbing the lapel and now he blocked it. Okay, and he moved his head out of the way, which is smart because when my hand goes up, it's going towards his head. And I don't want to click him quite yet. If I do the other hand, bong sao, just like that. Bong sao, just like that. Okay? I'm not trying to trip him up. Tripping him up comes later where I'll do like 2 hands here and 2 hands to the same side. Yeah, see, that's where it gets tricky. He comes to me. So I'm here. I bong sao. I bong sao. So when you're here, be like punch at me. Punch at me. Come on, punch me. Boom. Good. Do it again. Boom. Do it again. That's it. And see, I get that there. You punch with the other hand. Boom. That's it. Now pull and punch. Just one side. Making me skip ahead. One side. Yes. Now see how he goes back and I'm going forward? That's the objective. Again, I'm exaggerating a bit, but I'm trying to get him in like that. He does the other side, it's here. So my shoulder doesn't come up. My left elbow is a little goofy, so when he pulls it, it looks like my shoulder's coming up a lot, but it's not. It just looks like it because I'm broken as a human. Okay, so now when I do both, he doesn't do double tan. Do the wrong one. Because here, boop, I'm gonna hit him right in the face and laugh. He does bong tan. Just like that, but a little bit different. He does bong tan. There it is, okay? That's essentially it. The idea is not to do this and not to do that, okay? That's it. One more time. That truck honks. Okay, so if he does it to me, I'm here, like that. I rotate my center line just slightly and I get the bong sao here. Still, what am I doing? Yes, but I'm maintaining connection. I am grabbing your gi if it was there. Okay, because now what do I have? Crossfit. Okay, does that make sense? So that's that's praying mantis. The next one is going to be Dan Chi Sao. Okay, so this drill, Sifu Ron hates teaching this, I think, as well as I do, because everyone only thinks there's one part to it. There's a ton of depth to this, but I'm going to unfortunately ignore all the depth and show the one part because it's what's relevant to right now. The other stuff will become relevant. Maybe I'll show more of it later, but for now, we're just going to work here. I'll have my palm up and he'll have his palm down, or in the futsal like that, okay? His first objective is he's going to pull that fist down and punch me. Bonk, just like that. I do not wish to be punched, so just like praying mantis, I go out. Okay, he comes back, I go out. The key is not to, when he does it again, I don't want to go too far. If I lose a little bit of connection, it's not the end of the world. I can just take it from him, but that's for a later video, okay? When he's here and he goes down, now I've opened it up, I'm going to slap him in the face. So he doesn't want to get slapped, boop, so he'll move it out of the way. Okay, so one more time, boom, boom, that's it. Now, what I want him to do from here is when he pulls it down, he's going to pull it down all the way and then punch me in the face. Just like that. Okay? So he pulls, I open, I slap, he punches, I bong sao, and then we go back to the beginning. Okay? One more time. He pulls, I open, I slap, he punches, I bong sao, and we relax. Now let's switch. Okay? Now, he's still going to start it, even though his palm is up, by trying to slap me in the chest. Palm, boom, just like that. So when he goes, I pull down. He's here, he taunts out, he tries to slap me in the face. I move my face, pulling him down slightly, pointing to punch. He bonks out. That's it, and then we come right back to here. But he still initiated both times. When he was here, he pulled down to open, and then when he's here, he slaps me to get that reaction. I punch forward, he taunts out, he comes in here. We kind of like, it's like a wipe here to get down to the jut. I punch, he bongs, just like that. See how it takes me off my center? And then we relax back into the position. This is Dan Chi Sao 1. Okay, there's a ton of it, but this is the first part of it, okay? So the rep on this is really hard. Like, this is YouTube. You can click back for 5 seconds just to watch it, but the idea is something like that. One more time. There it is, and back. Ideally, he wants the bong sao, but honestly, what did he do? He prevented me from getting close to him. So the connection was still maintained, meaning the drill isn't lost. It just changed a little bit. Just like if he tries to do this here, and he tries to slap me, I can pick it up with the other hand. And now I have other things here that I can get into. That's where Dan Chi Sao gets really, really deep, okay? The last one is Chi Sao, which is 2 hands. Dan is single, Chi Sao is both. I'm not going to go super far into this, but this is after you've done Dan Chi Sao on both hands. So after we spend like 1,000 hours here, 1,000 hours here, now we put both together, and then you're lost, which is great. The idea here is like I make a little chi ball, and he just kind of runs along for the ride, okay? But we're essentially preventing each other from trying to punch each other. So when he's here, we stop, he tries to punch me with his bottom hand. Yeah, he doesn't want to do that, so when he goes in, I block. He tries to punch me with the top hand, I block. That means I have good structure here for Chi Sao. I'm not so concerned about you guys doing that, but that first one is an important, even if you only do praying mantis on one side, where he tries to, if I try to grab him, he pulls it down. Here, I open up to grab it. However it works, okay? So those are the 3 drills that I want. Last one, and this is kind of a circumstantial thing, is slant left or slant right. If he jabs at me, I'm going to slant here to get that angle here. If he jabs here, or sorry, crosses, I get that angle there. We call it slant left and slant right. It's a famous Bruce Lee picture when he's like that. The idea here, and transferring to jiu-jitsu, you're going to see in a second. So, quick recap. Praying mantis, Dan Chi Sao, and then he punches, slant, direction, okay? Now we're going to do a costume change, and I'll show it to you in the gi. Let's apply all this nonsense. Just like before, when I'm here and I have this connection, if let's say we slap bump, here I'm going to confuse everybody by making you slap bump with your left hand. When we're here now, if he reaches to grab, I have all these different ways of making connection. I should never just be like, crap, now I'm behind, right? Then you can start using all your barbaric, get this off me type deals, okay? Or wrist locks if you're into that thing. Okay, because if he grabs and I like wrist lock him, oh no, I'm so strong. But in reality is, I like to block by just making a connection. I can get a pistol grip or whatever. Now if I can go to the other hand, I'll have double pistol or whatever. But from here, using the first one, which was praying mantis, is when he makes that first grab, I can move him this way. He'll open his hand up, and now I can reach in, palm in, and grab the gi. Now I can reach in and grab the gi, okay? So if he reaches in, I can also go inside here, trade, and get it there. The real magic of this comes from a real like type of grip fighting situation, right? Where I got it, okay? That's where it really makes its magic. I'm blocking his left hand from doing a whole lot, and his right hand is back, so it doesn't have a whole lot of power. And now once I have this control, I am solid. Okay, so here, if you're right-handed, some people use their right hand forward because when they grab, it's like really strong, and now I'm like, you know, I'm stuck. Okay, so instead, when he's here, I use the same principle. What did I do? I just used Chi Sao to get to that top position. So when he tries to slap me, I pull it down. He hopefully doesn't know the next part of this, so I can use this now to move him around or slide in and get cross collar. Okay, so the idea is he goes in, I make that connection, and a lot of times I don't use both hands for this because if I get the other hand involved, sometimes it gets lost, but sometimes it doesn't. Okay. The stand-up game gets really tricky because a lot of people are very forceful with whatever grips they want, okay? So that's why when I'm here, whatever grip I can get because of my hand situation, a lot of times if I can hear and look, okay, I got that, now I'm gonna pull guard with it, or I'm gonna try some type of throw that I'm not good at, or close the distance here, like that, and then work that. But for stand-up, this is important to protect myself as opposed to on the ground where I can fight better. Just me personally, but your mileage may vary. So if I try to grab you, you use that connection to block it, and then if you try to make that up there, you got it. So a lot of times this hand's gonna be too slow. Now you have your power hand in, as if you're not power hand, your control hand in, and now you can pull me forward into that pocket. Now I'm in bad space, okay? So the same thing. I know this seems like a really basic thing. When I reach, you carry it down. But it's different than just reach. It's different than that. It's connection being maintained. Now I can even grab the material here, whether it's the 4 fingers in, the pistol grip, or just even maintaining it if it's no gi, because now I can come in here and start to do something, okay? So, that's how to apply it from standing. Okay, so when I'm here, a lot of times, like, if I get closed guard, this person's probably asleep because my legs are pretty short, but let's say I get it because I force it, okay? When I'm here, if he's controlling my posture, and I can't like reach up there, he's like, everything's really far away, makes it really tough. So a lot of times I'm gonna use these same principles on his hands that I just did before. Whether that means scooping in, now I've broken the posture just enough to grab that, or if he tries to grab higher on me, I can block that. There's the slant left, right? If he's here, I can slant to grab, or I can slant to grab, cross grab, all right? Next thing is if he has one high, one low, like that, to try to break the legs, keep doing it. Boom, and he breaks the legs. Good news is his hands are occupied. But if he brings that hand to fight, I have the control with the top hand, okay? So, if we're grip fighting now, just trying to get here, I got it. Okay, don't let me get it. Got it. Okay, the idea is that when he's playing around with this, I got it. I'm using that connection against him. Whether it's pushing in, pulling it. Oh, I got it. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So the idea is when it's a real like, I really need this grip. Whether it's the same side pass grip, to get to here, to get to cross collar, whatever it might be, I need to establish grips here to establish some side of control. Next thing is when I do the slant, I could do that with a double pistol. If I open and wiggle out, now I can start to get that. And he can't beat this hand with that hand. He can beat it with this hand, okay, to do that. But that's what this hand is checking it for. So the not Xiong Da Chi, that's too many words. Chi Sao comes in is when I slant, I block that. And I could do that and where it looks really rough right there, but I'm gonna try to do it a little live here. When I'm gonna wiggle, and now I can get it there. He couldn't stop it, okay? And that's what I want. Now I have my good position. His hand is up, and now I can get the sweep, and we're golden. Also, from the knees. Okay, when we slap bump here, I got it. All right, if I slap bump here, I got it, right? And they know I'm getting it, and they know I shouldn't get it. Why? Okay, so when we're fighting here, this is why, if he gets it, I have my good control hand, my slant. Now I can get my own control, okay? So that's if you're behind. So if he grabs here, put that weight on top. John Danaher senpai, since he uses Japanese terms so much, he's not a senpai, he's like a sensei, but talks about the higher they get, the more danger I'm in, which makes 100% sense. So in order to get it down, he uses two hands to pull it down and then break the grip. I'm not necessarily worried about their grip yet, as long as I can take away the power. And if they've got a strong grip, but it's at my center, I use that slant left here, and now I've made that connection, and I use that Chi Sao from the praying mantis drill. Now I'm hooked in, and I have that power, and he tries to manipulate me. It's hard, okay, because now we're going against each other. Now I have my loop choke, okay? This is how I set my loop choke up from all these different positions. So I hope that makes sense. Try it. Try just repping out stupid things like this. Do it like 5 minutes a day, a couple times a week. You don't need to obsess over it like, oh, I gotta get this perfect. And then put it into your rolling. Like, don't necessarily tell your partner what you're doing per se. Just say, hey, I'm trying different grip stuff. Or don't tell them at all and just do it, right? So like if I slap bump here, oh look, I already got it. But if we fight a little differently here, and now I got it. And he knows that I'm going for that, but it's still super hard for him to stop it unless he explosively passes or something. And then I have other problems. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But try it at home. You've got a lot of cool stuff with it. And with those different drills, those sensitivity drills, and you're going to cross collar. You're going to grab that cross collar on like everything.